Islamabad, the Islamabad High Court, IHC, on Thursday expressed strong displeasure over the cutting of trees in the federal capital despite previous orders, warning the authorities of contempt proceedings in case of further violations. IHC's Justice Khadim Hussein Sumro, while hearing multiple petitions against tree cutting in various sectors, observed that the court's injunction orders issued on January 15 and April 8 had been ignored. Islamabad, the Federal Constitutional Court on Thursday directed the Capital Development Authority, CDA, to finalize regulations for Islamabad's informal settlements in petitions against the recent demolition drives in the federal capital. The development comes amid an ongoing demolition drive launched by the CDA, which has targeted informal settlements across the federal capital, as well as historic villages like Sedpur, Malpur and Nurpur Shahan. 14-year-old Fadel Al-Naji used to be a keen footballer, but is now largely confined to his home in Gaza City since both legs were severed in an Israeli drone attack in September. He sits sullenly on a couch with one hollow pant leg dangling, and the other tucked into his waist beside his 11-year-old brother, who lost an eye in the same strike. Power Minister Awais Leghari on Thursday reiterated the government's apology for excessive load shedding, explaining that the external factor of the fuel supply crisis due to the Middle East war was one of the main reasons. Addressing a press conference in Islamabad, Leghari reiterated the apology for higher-than-promised load management, which the government had blamed on lower water availability for power generation. One of Urdu literature's greatest heroes is set to make his silver screen debut, as Ishtiaq Ahmed's iconic Inspector Jamshed series of spy novels is getting adapted into a movie. The film, which has been shot in the UAE, is slated for release sometime this year, and is packed with Pakistani star power. Islamabad, Japan has announced that it will contribute $2 million to support vulnerable communities affected by disasters across Pakistan, a move which has been welcomed by the United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, according to a press release issued on Thursday. This contribution will enable WFP to provide food assistance to more than 45,000 people impacted by monsoon floods and other shocks. It will also help communities restore assets and stabilize livelihoods for a stronger future, the statement said. Pakistan recorded a sizable current account surplus in March. It emerged on Wednesday. In a post on social media platform X, the State Bank of Pakistan said, current account balance recorded a surplus of $1,070 million in March 2026, compared to a surplus of $231 million in Feb 2026. Turkey cracked down on Thursday on social media posts praising 2 school shootings in 2 days, which have left the country reeling, ordering dozens of arrests ahead of funerals for the victims, who were mostly children. Authorities said 83 people had been detained, hundreds of accounts blocked and groups shut down after praise for the attacks. One on Tuesday, which wounded 16 people, and one on Wednesday, which killed 9 and wounded 13. In Pakistan, disasters rarely come without warning, but recovery almost always comes without support. From market fires to floods and building collapses, the country has seen repeated episodes of loss. Each time, there is public sympathy and short-term relief, but little in the way of long-term financial protection for those affected. Pakistanis were shaken to their core on Tuesday after a damning report from the BBC alleged severe malpractice at the Tehsil headquarters, THQ, hospital in Punjab's Tonsar, led to an outbreak of HIV in local children. The exposé, filmed over the course of several weeks in late 2025, after insider information said malpractice continued after a similar outbreak in 2024, claimed to have identified 331 children infected with the disease, linking the spread of the virus to syringes being reused at the hospital.